What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Let's steal King of Lightning's intro for 2022. Let's just jump in with 2022 and say, Happy New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year's to everyone. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I'm sitting here pretty, sitting here waiting to see what everyone's first week of 2022 was like. How you guys feeling? What are you thinking of 2022 so far? Once again, judging an entire year based on 1 week seems a little bit sus. Seems a little sus. But people always ask it, so let's go with it, right? Anyways, how's everybody doing? We got Caden in here saying sup Caden, how you doing, man? Yoda artist is in here and says yo, what's up, artist? Caden said Happy New Year's to you and to everybody. Happy New Year's to everybody. It's gonna be a great year. I think it is. Everyone complained about 2021, but in all honesty, 2021 was fine. 2020 sucked. 2021 was definitely an improvement. And now 2022, we're looking on the high life, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking on the high life. You gotta be positive. You gotta think of this shit. Like, look, glass is already half empty as far as I'm concerned. You know what to do about that? Let me show you. Let me show you about you naysayers. You know, all you people that don't know about positivity. Let me tell you a little story. Glass isn't full. Glass is only half full. Oh, what are we doing? Oh shit. I think we just topped it up. I think we topped up 2022. That's what I think we did. So you got to think about that. You got to think about the positivity. You got to think about the idea of glass will always be half full. And if it isn't half full, like I just showed to you guys, it was below half full, right? All you got to do, fill up that goddamn glass. There's nothing stopping you. They always talk about glass half empty, glass half full, but they never tell you about how to fill up the glass when it is half empty. Fill that motherfucker up. Right? Let's goddamn go. Artist said, is the channel logo different? I believe it is. I was trying to change it. I was playing around with it last week, so maybe it did update finally. I like it. Do you like it? Let me know. JJ says, Happy New Year, Griever. Thank you very much, JJ. Caden said, the year started off sucky because of Betty White's death. To be fair, that happened before 2022. 2021 ended on a sour note. Well, no. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Didn't she die? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I might be wrong about that. Hold the goddamn phone. Hold the phone. Yeah, December 31st, 2021. See? Betty White ended out the worst year. She died the day before 2022. She did not die in 2022. She died in 2021. So we're good. We're good, Caden. Caden said, what are your New Year's resolutions, if any? See, as you guys know, as a positive drinker, as a person of positive reinforcement in the drinking community, which everybody don't drink. It's a terrible habit. I always have to say that for, well, I'm not paid by sponsors, but if I had sponsors, they would pay me to say it. Point of the matter is, New Year's resolutions, total bullshit. Why don't we go on that for a minute? New Year's resolutions are kind of bullshit because it's basically a promise you make to yourself that you will definitely not keep. and then you fuck up. Then you feel like shit about 2-3 months in, and then put it this way. When you quit an addiction, for example, when you quit something like alcohol, or you quit something like hardcore drugs or weed or smoking or whatever, when you quit something that matters, when you decide, you know what, I'm going to go to the gym, like going to the gym, blah blah blah, that's not the same, but like an addiction, let's keep it on addiction. That is not based on a calendar, all right? So making a New Year's resolution to say, okay, Christmas was the last time I was going to fucking smoke a joint and then I'm going to go clean. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you made it seem like that was your good year, you know? People treat the calendar like it's the goddamn gospel. And they're not even religious. You know what I'm saying? So it makes no fucking sense to me to do that shit. I haven't made a New Year's resolution since I was 13 fucking years old. Because if I decide to do something, if I decide, hey, I'm going to drink less, or I'm going to drink more, or I'm going to start smoking, or I'm going to stop smoking, that is not based on a calendar fucking year, nor is it based on some tradition made up by who God knows what, that's probably incorrect on Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do a New Year's resolution for you, if you want to go to the gym more, why didn't you do it in December? Why did you wait till January? That's my only question. See, maybe I have a different perspective because I'm old, or maybe I have a different perspective because my birthday is New Year's Day. But either way, I feel like the idea of a New Year's resolution is basically like, it's sort of like the confessional in the Catholic Church. It's like, it's okay that I ate 19 donuts and McDonald's Egg McMuffins. It's okay that I'm fat this year because I'm going to go to the confessional and confess that I feel shitty about it, and then, okay, I feel so much better in the new year and I'm going to try harder. And how long do you try? You try for 3 weeks? Maybe 4? And then what do? You go to the Egg McMuffin, you go to the drive-thru, you stop going to the gym. You have a bad day at work, you go back to the booze. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't believe in New Year's resolution. I think they're crap. Anyways, let's see. Dragon Church said, last time I was here, you were talking about screwing Scooby-Doo. I have never talked about screwing Scooby-Doo. That is false. Dragon Church is laughing. Kane said, I forgot about that. No, never said that. JJ said, is that right? Screwing Scooby-Doo. No, JJ, false information. False information. I never talked about screwing Scooby-Doo. Dragon said, also, yo. Hey, Dragon. Kane said that stream became really awkward. You mean the one where I talked about the Lion King? That's different. That's not Scooby-Doo. See, this is how misinformation gets spread. I wish I had that meme to pull up on stream. That one that said that they cut out, like, a scientist said this, and they cut out, like, half their sentence and just put it in there. You know? I feel like a comedian up here, like, dangling strings, like a puppeteer, just going like, hey, guys, look at this, look at this, look at this. Don't look at this 90% of the other thing I'm saying. Just look at this one section, you know. Kane said, didn't he also say he had a crush on Nala from Lion King? There we go. That was the actual thing. And no, I did not say I had a crush on Nala. I said that Disney drew anamorphic females very sexy. And I'm not afraid to admit that. Kane said when he was younger. Not to this fucking day. Look at Maid Marian from Robin Hood. I don't give a fuck that movie's from 1937, and Maid Marian, she's still a sexy fox. Literally, and every other Italy. Dragon Church said, I had not attended a stream in a while, and I came back to that. Well, Dragon, sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Just going off on that. Sounds a bit of a... If you had attended all streams, then that would have seemed, pretty normal, as far as I'm concerned. What do you guys think? What do you all think of that? I love having fun with the chat. It's funny. JJ said, nah, more people low-key did have a crush on animal Disney characters and are willing to admit it. I'm convinced. I've been admitting it since 1991. So, you know, I've been here a long fucking time. Listen, Nala was hot. Maid Marian was hot. Jenna from Balto. Jenna. Lola Bunny was most kids. Listen, you talk to a guy in the 90s, a woman, actually, talk to a girl from the 90s, talk to anybody from the 90s. My own wife had a sexual awakening with Lola Bunny, so Lola Bunny was hot. Lola Bunny was hot in every context. What they did to her in Space Jam 2 was dirty, and not in the good sense. It was a fucking dirty ploy to not sexualize our already sexualized bunny. And let me tell you one thing. We all loved Lola Bunny. Everybody watched Space Jam. You love Lola Bunny. Lola Bunny was our girl. Every 90 kid grew up on it. Every 90 kid loved Lola Bunny. If you're too young to understand that, not my problem. If you're too old, well, you're not too old because everybody loved Lola Bunny. So, yeah. Like, people just need to admit it. It's not about being a furry. Being a furry is literally wanting to dress up as Lola Bunny and get fucked. That's different. Being a furry is literally wanting to be fucked in fur. You know what I'm saying? Appreciating... It's sort of like, I don't understand. You know, here's what I don't get. I don't understand the whole idea, like, hentai is okay... But if you put bunny ears on it, all of a sudden it's taboo. Within the hentai community. You're already jacking off to a fucking drawing, you goddamn simp. What the fuck are you judging a dude who's jacking off to somebody who also has a goddamn bunny ears on top? It's like, those are not proportional. It's like jacking off to Nami from One Piece, like... Those are not realistic human body proportions in any stretch of the imagination. And it's okay to get off on that, but the moment you put a couple of bunny ears and a tail on her, all of a sudden it's taboo as fuck. It's like, no, it's still a 2D fucking drawing. You know? And I'm not saying that I don't appreciate that. I'm saying that I feel like people are playing the whole... people who like hentai... but don't like furry, or not. It's not that they don't like furry. I can understand that. What I can't understand is liking hentai, but not enjoying, not enjoying. What's the word I'm looking for? Bullying people who enjoy the furry. It's like, you're in the same boat, you goddamn simps. Get out of here. You're all in the same boat. You know what the equivalent would be? That'd be like the equivalent of gay dudes in a marriage, lesbians in a marriage, and refusing to be in the same boat because they think they're separate. It's like, no. You're both gay, and you're both in the same goddamn boat. It's gay marriage. It's not gay marriage and lesbian marriage. The law wasn't written for different... You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. I think people really need to fix that shit. Dranger said, also, Bleach is back. Can't wait for that. Me neither. Can't wait for Bleach to come back. Kane said, not gonna lie to me too. Kane said, people don't know this, but the original Disney stories are super dark in their origin storytelling. Well, yeah, and Disney fixed it for... nice audiences. It's Grimm's Fairy Tales. It's German and a lot of Scandinavian stories. Kane said, there's a rumor going around that's going to take our Roger Rabbit 2 movie. You think they're going to mess up Jessica Rabbit like they did Lola Bunny? If they did Roger Rabbit 2 and they wouldn't get it off the ground. It wouldn't work. So yeah. Dragon Trade said, Space Jam 2 never happened to me. I didn't see it. I saw what they did to Lola Bunny and I refused to fucking watch. See, I was an intelligent human being. I decided, fuck fucking with my childhood, nah, that ain't happening. But anyways, that being said, we're caught up with the chat actually. So, and we have 6 viewers in here and only 3 likes. 3. Why isn't it 6? That's what I'm wondering. Why aren't we bumping those numbers up? Why aren't you guys helping your boy with the algorithm? Just a question. Not pressuring you. You know, not telling you to vote A, B, C. Now we got 7 people and there's still only 3 likes. God damn. Artist said Space Jam was so bad. Space Jam 2, my bad. Oh, Space Jam 2. You saw it, Artist? Oh, I feel so bad for you, my man. I feel so bad. Dark Knight says, hello. Hey, Dark Knight, how you doing, man? How's your manga / comic getting off the ground? How's that going? You said you were doing really good stuff. Dark Knight said, like it up, guys. Yeah, we're getting the likes. Yeah. I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know if it matters the amount of viewers, manner of likes, if it matters the amount of... I don't got time to check that shit. JJ said, I liked it. Thumbs up. God damn, you thumbs up. You thumbs up hard. Thanks, JJ. Appreciate it. So the question is, what do you guys want to talk about? I got shit all. Because the whole reason I'm doing this stream is because I'm like, alright, I got a solid hour and a half to be able to stream, right? And I'm sitting here going like, what can I record? You know, there's no manga chapters, there's no this, and every other video I have is like a whole day project. So I gotta wait. My wife goes back to work next week, right? So I'll have not tons of time because I'm also working full time. But she works from like when I get off work, 2 hours later she goes on to work. So I'm going to have this opportunity, this open window to be able to work on scripts, be able to work on like big discussion videos, right? But not this week and not last week. So there's this big 14-day period, 15-day period where I got nothing. And I'm not really willing to come up with anything. Plus, if you guys didn't notice, new chair. It's actually a dining room goddamn chair because my wife stole my fucking computer chair. She wanted it. She didn't. I offered it. Let's be fair. I'm not gonna make my wife sound out like she's a fucking total bitch or anything like that. We ordered a desk from Costco. Like I cleared out, as you guys know, like 6 months ago, I cleared out the office and came down here to the basement, and I made this room the new recording studio and such. And she got here on the 29th of December. Now, we ordered her a desk. It's going to be here hopefully by Tuesday. And then it's going to go there. But for right now, it's the dining room table, right? And she hasn't even ordered a chair yet. And we were looking at chairs and stuff. And I just wanted her to buy a goddamn chair. Of course, she needs a cute one, you know. And at the end of the day, we're still looking at getting her a chair. So right now, I brought down the dining room chair just so I can goddamn, you know, record and have some time. So yeah. But yeah. Artist said I went with a friend so we can make fun of it. Oh really, Artist? Oh you I still feel bad. I wouldn't have paid money for that. Dark said, I'm 60 to 70% done. I think you will like the story. Wonderful. Dark said, my manga is about conspiracy theories. Ooh, interesting. Dark said, so Griever, what are your plans for 2022 for this channel? Honestly, don't have a whole lot of plans yet, because I'm still trying to figure out what direction like, everyone goes, oh, what are your plans for the channel? It's like the same thing I've been doing, you know. Relatively speaking, I'm hoping to be doing the same thing that I've been doing right now. Reviewing, discussion videos, a few streams here and there. I haven't seen anything to jump on the bandwagon for. Like playing Apex Legends or I don't know, jumping on like becoming a VTuber and all of a sudden you have 200,000 subscribers or something. Like, I haven't seen any niche that I want to jump into, so I'm just gonna 2022. I'm just gonna ride it out. So far, I don't have an actual game plan. I'm just gonna do what I do. This is a passion project. My YouTube channel always has been. Both of them, all three of them, have been passion projects solely. So if they make me money, gravy on top. If they don't, I have a full-time job. So. Dragon's Rage asks, "Oh, Griever, how's that bar coming along?" The bar is fine, but I need more money. I need more money because right now the everything's done except the flooring. Now I have the cable to install heated flooring. Ooh, fancy, right? I'm gonna install heated flooring, but the thing is that I need to find a good concrete layer. And I haven't found one yet. So that's on pause. It's on pause for two reasons. It's on pause for finding the right guy to do the job that won't fuck it up. And also money. Money's a big thing. COVID hit me really hard, like it hit a lot of people. I've been on 75% pay for almost 2.5 years. So, like, I haven't had a whole lot of spending money. And all my savings has gone towards paying the bills and keeping up on my regular lifestyle. So, for the most part, it hasn't gone anywhere in the last couple of years. Thanks for asking, but... VTuber Griever coming soon. You know what's funny is that, like, people apparently pay, like, upwards to, like, $10,000-$12,000 to be, like, for an official VTuber, like, avatar and all that shit. And from the numbers I've heard anyways, I don't know if that's accurate, but for someone who hasn't been revealed yet, like for like Miss Content to do that or something, not saying that he has that type of money, but, and I'm sure he doesn't, but for someone who hasn't revealed their face for the last 5 years, that would make a lot of sense. But for me to do it, that'd be like Tekking to do it. You know, or Rogers Base, or King of Lightning. They're never going to do that. If they did, it would be literally because they got money shooting out of their ass and they're just doing it for a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to become a VTuber when you've already shown your goddamn face. You know what I mean? VTuber is for people that are too... Well, I don't want to say this. Fuck it, I'll say it. VTuber is basically... the rich man's version of I'm too coward to show my face, or I'm too embarrassed to show my face, or I'm too this, that, and the other thing to show my face. Because clearly they can afford a webcam because they're a VTuber. So I don't get the VTuber thing, or the HoloTuber. I think it's a marketing thing to make money. You're either making money on it, or you're embarrassed on your own physical features. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Dark Knight said, Griever, your passion for YouTube is crazy. People like you should never give up. I have not given up. I put like 5,000 hours into Minecraft for it all to be deleted, and then I just started again. So I am here. Joseph's in here. Hey Joseph. Said, hey dude, I was wondering how exactly often do you do voice chat? Because that was fun to do. Honestly, it's on a whim. If there's a good chat going, and I have some regulars in here, you know what I mean? Then I usually invite a couple people into voice chat. Might happen tonight, for example. Who knows? And I'm glad you enjoyed it. Misk, I think it was Misk was worried that you were insulted by our criticism, and just so you know, we were not criticizing you. We were just concerned, you know. But he was worried because he's a worrywart. Bless Misk. But he was worried about that. So yeah. Artist said, here's hoping band comes back with Miscellaneous this year. When Infinity's ready, yes. Band should come back. Fuck all those things. You know what? Band should write that comic, if only just for me. So I like that shit. And Band should feel like it's a goddamn courtesy to write me a comic. Nah, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, yeah, I am actually really upset that if you guys have watched my previous videos and streams, at the end of the year, I was very upset that Band decided to end the comic, and there's good reason for it, and I support Band. Let's be real here. I support Band for not doing that or whatever, like, you know, for saying, you know, no, I don't feel like doing that anymore. I don't like the attitude of people. And that's fair. That's fair to him. The problem is, it ruins it for the people who cared. And Band was very, very, I feel like, being the better man or taking the high ground. So Anakin, I have the high ground sort of attitude about it. Saying, I don't want anybody to play the blame game. Good for Band. I'm more petty. I'm fucking Anakin Skywalker, and I'm saying I'm pointing the fucking finger. You know what I mean? So I did that already because I feel like if certain people hadn't have said what they said to Band, I would have already read chapter 20. I don't have chapter 20. I'm an upset human being. I'm an upset Canadian even. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we have a polar bear fucking army. So if a bunch of Americans decide on their goddamn... What cavalry do you have again? What do you got? Horses? Against my polar bears and my moose? Yeah, okay. If you decide to do that again, I'm just going to roll over you. Like our goddamn risk board. Because... I'm still, like, you guys can tell, I'm still very touchy-feely about the Band comic thing. I want Band to come back with that shit. Artist also continues to say we're more supportive of him. Absolutely. We are very supportive of Band. We are 100% behind Band. I'm very behind Band. People were tagging me in a lot of the comments going on at the time, and I even said, what do you want me to do? Wait a minute. Like, don't rope me into this shit, because people were saying, what more could we have done to keep Band going the comic? And I'm like, I fucking streamed and dedicated time and videos to the fucking comic. I'm not the problem. Misk is not the problem. You know, everybody else might be the problem, but me and Misk, we're sitting pretty. We're the goddamn Super Saiyan gods of the comic. Leave us alone. Don't tag us in this shit. You know? So there was that. And that kind of pissed me off a little bit, honestly. Miss said, Griever, we're going to do a JJK character tier list video soon. Want to join? Sure. Why not? And by soon, I mean like 15 minutes. Okay. I'll join in VCU hereafter. Yeah, I'll join. When was that? Alright. I mean, that's fine. This VC is doing good. Yeah, I'll join. The stream doesn't need to be long. I'll join you in about half an hour. Sound good? Dark Knight said, I will try my best to comment on these videos. I'm going through a lot, but I've grown mentally. Listen, Dark Knight, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone, and never feel like you're not doing your service. Like, for example, there are videos like I haven't commented on so many videos and people I follow. Don't ever feel like you need to do something. Like, if you don't have the time to watch my videos, if you don't have the time to comment on my videos, if you don't have the time to like my, it's okay. Deal with your own shit first. Your own life is the most important thing. That's just a fact. Joseph said, I don't think I'll be around for the rest of the stream because I'm hungry and want to cook my dinner. Hope you have a great dinner. Dark Knight said, "Are you from Toronto? I have family in Canada." Everybody guesses Toronto. So sad. So sad. Yeah, Canada, the biggest country in the world for the last ever, and everybody's from Toronto. No, I'm way far away from Toronto. I'm about as far from Toronto as you can get while still being in Canada. Miss says, "Sure thing." Alright, cool. Doing a JJJ character tier list video soon. Very interesting. Would you guys like to join in on that? That's interesting. I wish Misk would tell me this shit. Misk, if you would inform me of your schedule, I can schedule my shit. Because I would just, because the whole reason I did this stream, as you guys know at the beginning of the video, the whole reason I did this stream was because we don't have a whole lot of content going on right now, right? And I'm just been I have plans for videos, but those plans they're like a whole day affair. They're making a script, doing a lot of editing, figuring it out, fucking up recording 95 times, that kind of shit, right? So I didn't really want to get into that on my Saturday sort of idea. We had a snowstorm earlier and stuff like that, and until my wife goes back to work, which is this week, I wanted to spend as much time with my wife as possible. Even if I'm just sitting there, she's working on the computer and I'm playing my video games or whatever, I just wanted to spend a lot of time with her. So it wasn't feasible for me to sit down here at the computer for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah. Dark Knight said, "Have you planned on covering other mangas?" Not yet. Not yet. I'm thinking of a manga to cover, though. Stay tuned for that. I'm thinking of one, Dark. Dragon said, "Hey, it's been a while since I attended the stream. Have you started, Tatsumaki and... Have you started liking..." Alright, first off, I'm not going to read the rest of it because... Spell correctly, Dragon, then I'll answer the question. But the question and the answer is no. Miss said, "You're welcome to do it while still streaming." This was kind of spur of the moment. Okay. Miss said, "That's also why I'm doing it." Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Miss has the right idea. It's like, fuck it. I got no content. I got to do fucking something, right? No. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. That, you know what? That would be kind of cool, actually. Like, you're streaming and I'm audio and I audio my stream. That'd be funky, actually. Maybe I should do it. It would change it up for a 2022 video stream. Maybe I will just join the audio for yours. You can hear it on mine. They don't see the video. It's totally fucked. That'd be kind of, you know what? Sounds kind of cool. Maybe I'll just keep the stream going. I'll keep the stream going all fucking night. I don't give a shit. You guys will stare at a blank wall the whole time. I'll wait to see when you go live, because I also want to open the stream for when you go live, my man. Okay, you're doing it. Clearly, it's not scheduled because it's not on your homepage. Which, once again, everybody, congratulations to Miss to hitting 4,000 subscribers before 2022. Really great for a Miss. We gotta give the slow clap. We are so proud. We are not jealous or envious or any issis. No, sir. But anyways, no, in all seriousness, guys, if you aren't already subscribed, go to Miss content. He's got some great content there. It's fantastic. Artist said, I was kind of just rereading it the other day because it was reaching the 2-week mark. It says band dropped chapter 19. Yeah, it was. I really liked it. Miss said, your stream could be considered a sneak peek for the video. That's true. Artist said, was looking forward to seeing the bozos. Right? Miss said, oh, I'm not streaming. It's a video with VC. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be there then. Sure, why not? Darnell said, Grieve, with an E with no R, said the most important thing to be consistent 100%. Goddamn right. Darnell said, good job, Miss. Darnell said, congrats, Miss. Thank you, fellas. Says Miss. Yeah. Kudos to Miss. It's fantastic. It's, you know what? The best thing YouTubers can do for each other is never be honestly like sure, there's that little bone. There's that tiny bone out of the 300 bones in the human body, 296, something like that. That you have that little bit of envy. You have that little bit of jealousy, right? But as long as the rest of the bones are saying, you know what, I'm proud of my boy, or I'm proud of my girl, or I'm proud of my man, my woman, whatever, my they, whatever, you know. Like, I'm happy for Misk. I'm happy for Teching. I'm happy for King of Light. I'm happy for the people that I follow. I'm happy for Bill fucking Burr. I'm happy for comedians that make. I'm happy for anybody that makes it. You know what I mean? Like, you have that little twinge of I wish I could be in their shoes. You know, at times. I think that's natural. I think that's human. I think everybody feels that way. But it doesn't mean that you don't honestly feel good for them. You know what I mean? So, I'm really happy. I'm hoping that Misk is hoping for 5,000 to 6,000. I hope he gets 7,000 by the end of 2022. I'm hoping for him to reach the goddamn stars. I'll just be happy with 1,000 by the end of the year. Because my growth rate is extremely slow lately. And I don't see it picking up in the next couple months, because I don't have any plans or any diabolical ideas to make it rise. You know, I don't have any ideas to pick up a popular webtoon or anything like that to make it happen. So yeah. Dark says, but I think you should use more hashtag on your videos. Does that help? I don't use Twitter, so I don't know if that helps. And I don't even know how to add them. I add tags, but I don't add that. Dragon Church said, you're welcome, Misk, and remember, dragons are awesome. Dragons are awesome. Dark said, but I think you and Misk should collab on lives. We do all the time, Dark. Dark, you gotta be here for it, but Misk and I talk probably... Misk, other than his D&D people, Misk probably talks to me more than anybody else online. Other than the people in his D&D, Misk and I probably talk the most. So, live and off live. We talk in VC on his videos, on my videos, all the fucking time. Misk said, we're starting Kengan... Well, starting Kengan should catch you some subs since not many people cover it. That's true too. Dranger said, Miss, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Feel the vibrations. Do it. Do it. Feel the vibrations. Do it. Do it. Feel the vibrations. Darkness said, I see. Yeah. So, anyways, guys. What I'm going to do here is... Miss said, yeah, properly. So I'm assuming, let me just open. I'll wait until Misk, excuse me. Gotta open Discord here. So when Misk opens the VC, we'll jump into VC, right? For his recording on his video. And my stream will be a sneak peek to the video. As Miss said, do you want to join? Keep the stream open? So that's what we're going to do. So if you guys are not okay with that, that's fine. That's what the stream is going to be. It sort of... it sort of does a double whammy for me sort of idea. You know, it's the two birds, one stone, because I get to VC and talk to some folks I haven't talked to in a while, plus I get to get content out there. It's a win-win for me. So, and I'm selfish like that. So, you guys will still be hearing me, you'll still be seeing me, but we'll be talking to VC with Misk whenever he decides to start the JJK video, which I think will be a lot of fun. So you guys should definitely, and here's the deal, keep the stream open. Keep my stream open, you know. Misk won't be streaming this, he'll be recording this. So you can keep my stream open and get a sneak preview, as he pointed out, of his next video. Kind of cool. I don't think it'll diminish the views on his video. I'll certainly be watching it. Because that's how a fellow YouTuber supports each other. Here's the deal. If I don't have time, for example, I wake up in the morning, for example. I check my notifications and I see Misk put it at Kengan Omega or some chapter thing. You know what I do? Hit the video, hit like, go back. So I don't read Kengan Omega. I'm not going to watch the video. If I ever read Kengan Omega, I don't want to be spoiled. But the trick of a good YouTube friend, you hit that goddamn like button anyway. You hit the button, you wait a minute, you get the view count, they get the view, you don't really have to listen to it, and then you hit the like button and you're back. Problem solved. Problem solved. All done on your phone. It takes 1 minute 30 seconds. Because apparently YouTube does not acknowledge a view up until about 58 seconds. So you need to hit the video, wait 58 seconds, then hit back. So that's what I do. I do it for Misk every time. I have liked every single video he has come out with. Every single one. There's not a video Misk has come out with in the last 2 years I don't have the like button check mark. So that's what a good YouTube friend does. Artist says, understandable. Dark says, Misk, do you review small mangas? I'm a mangaka. Dark, if your manga, I'll tell you what, Dark, don't worry about selling it. If your manga's good, and when you send me a link in the general and at Griever, okay? When you're ready for me to review it, chapter 1, send me a link, and then I'll talk to Misk. Don't worry about selling it, because I'll sell it to Misk if it's good. Trust me. Trust me. You don't need to sell it. Like I said, I'll promote your channel on my Instagram account. Appreciate it. But don't worry. I will sell your manga. If it's good, I'll sell it. Don't even worry. Artist said, did you like the comic as a whole and where it was going? Sorry, I keep bringing it up. I have an itch to talk about it. Artist, don't worry about talking about it, man. Man, I'm pissed. Like, I thought I was talking about it too much. Listen. Where's Band? Where the fuck is Band? Band, get the fuck in this chat, because I got a bone to pick with him. Not with him, but with the fact that he quit the comic. Dark said, I understand Griever. And I know why. I already had him in here, but no. I liked the comic. I liked the direction. It was choppy, but what did you expect from an amateur? Band isn't a professional in any way, shape, or form, and that's not a bad thing. Oda wasn't a professional back in the day, neither was Boichi. Everybody's first comic is shit, you know? Well, I shouldn't say that, because that's diminishing. No. Band made a comic that I actually enjoyed. He brought characters into it, and he added a fun twist of adding the Discord members into it, and that added a certain level of flair to people waiting for their characters to show up. Right? And he had a lot of plans for so many arcs, like the Bozo arc and the arc beyond it. Apparently, were really good arcs. And I was looking forward to a lot of the band comic. I was looking forward to a lot of shit that was going to go down. And I'm just really annoyed. I'm really upset that the fact that... And I told Band this. Band, listen, Misk and I both talked to Band separately, and we, and together, and we're not going to force him to do shit. We're not going to force him to do a goddamn thing. And not that he would listen anyways. But I gave him my 2 cents. I told him, on stream and off stream, I said, listen, selfishly, it's the same thing I said to my friend when he went to Japan. My friend decided to go to Japan for 3 years. He's back now. And I said, selfishly, and he asked my advice. And I said, selfishly, from my perspective, I want you to say, you're one of my only friends that actually is around, that shows up once in a while, that I can rely on, that kind of shit. So selfishly, for me, I want you to stay. But you do you. And I said the exact same advice to Band, because Band is a friend. I said the same thing to him, and I said, Band, I want the comic. And I don't like that it's gone. But it's your comic and your decision. That's, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we can do. We can gripe about it, we can do whatever, but at the end of the day, I want the comic back, but if Band's not willing to bring it, and I don't want to force him into it, and I don't want to say, Band, please, 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 please. I don't want to beg the man just for him to release, because you know what it would happen? It'd be subpar. It'd be something that wasn't, he didn't have the passion and the feeling into it. You know what I'm saying? So. Dark said, I think the manga as a whole will come out a year after or 2. I will let you know. Definitely let me know, Dark. I have no problem reviewing that comic. No problem. Or manga. Artist said, as a big PMD fan, I liked the guild aspect. Indeed, it was so good. Dark said, yeah, Griever, feel free to give criticism up to it. I will take my ego. Yeah, I mean, that's too. Listen, I take ego shots all the time. See, the deal with being a YouTuber, in my case, being a strong YouTuber, is to always be able to take criticism. You know, you gotta take it, roll with it, and just give it right back. That's what you gotta do. Anyways, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, because we're taking a quick break. And we'll be back, and maybe we'll be on a VC for a video. Ooh, sneak peek time. Alright, see you in a few. There we go. Let's go. So, in a second, we will jump right into Misk's thing. So, let's see. Checking with the thing. Darkness said, yeah, Griever, feel free to... Darkness said, tame my ego, sorry. Miss said, it's time. Awesome. Dark Knight gave the okay. Dragon Trace says, I'm thinking of starting a comic, need work on my art. Me too, same deal. Never said, didn't see this, so I'm just popping in to say hi before I vanish until you read Kengan. Also, liking for the algorithm. Thank you very much, Neve. So we have 7 likes, 4 viewers, and now we are going to, what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to jump in to a VC, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. I believe you will. So yeah.
Hi, Griever.
Griever!
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? What is good? The Griever!
Wait.
We will be beginning shortly. I'm just checking to make sure that everything is organized for this tier list. It included a bunch of... This is one of those really thorough tier lists clearly intended for, like, power scaling, so it's got a bunch of, like... It's got different forms of characters. It's got a bunch of characters that showed up for, like, 2 pages during various arcs, so I had to be sure to relegate them.
I thought you already did one of these.
Yeah, those are multiple. I was thinking it was for power scaling, cause...
Nah, we ain't power scaling. The video will be
no, but
ranking
Miss, didn't you already do a JJ? I remember a JJK tier list before. What was that one for?
I've done a few. Right? I've done one. I think the last one that I did was for curse techniques.
Right, and but there was a lot of, they had the character images because that was it.
I could have sworn you did a power tier list, or maybe
I did a while ago. It has a lot of views.
Yeah, that one.
Actually, it's weird. It got a lot of views and then has since kind of plateaued and hasn't really gotten many views since then, which is weird because it seems like one that would have more longevity. I assume it'll probably get more when the anime starts up again.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Also, say hello, everyone. You are on my stream.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
we haven't started recording yet, people, in the Griever stream.
Yeah.
However, I guess you will be appearing on this.
Yeah, this is a great preview. Actually, Band, before Miss starts, now that you're here, we have some questions.
Band interrogation.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Is it related? Is it related to the fucking court shit they were doing in chat the other day? They fucking.
Listen,
they put me on trial.
I'm with my wife. I'm getting pussy. I got no fucking time for Discord right now. Let's be real. Let's be real right now. So
ain't
that's
nobody
amazing.
got time for that.
But Ben, no, the real question is that a lot of the chat, and me personally, is also asking about the comic and the hiatus, and we already talked about this before the new year, right? And just in general, I think that everybody just wants to say thank you for great 19 chapters, and we hope that it comes back this year.
Oh, I see.
That's all I'm gonna say. No pressure or any, just like
I get you.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
Yeah. Like I know Misk enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and clearly my viewers enjoyed it. So.
I was very miffed because the last chapter you released was, in my opinion, the best chapter in terms of, like, sheer quality.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wait. By quality, do you mean art style or what?
I mean, like,
in general, it
pretty
was
much all of the art, the paneling, the pacing. It all felt kind of like an actual, like official manga chapter or something.
I would agree with that, but I think the best dynamic as far as angles go was the chapter where Fuse was going to not reveal his technique, but where he and Clover went in to the zone the first time. That chapter, there were so many dynamic panels. We had the bird's eye view, we had the worm's eye view, we had a lot of perspectives going on there. And I thought that showed a lot of artistic talent. That chapter, to me, showed a lot of quality.
I think I was also biased in the newest, the latest chapter because you included a few things that I was very fond of. Cat Clover drawing the fucked up cats because, you know, she likes the weird cats. And then the Guardian of the Temple was a aesthetic that I've realized I'm a really big fan of, which is just a big buff monster guy that wears black pants and like nothing else, he just wears black pants.
Yeah, like the Minotaur sort of.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but anytime a character has that aesthetic, I'm like, I'm a fan of that. I like it. I dig it. That's why I like Yuppie from Chimera Ant.
I will get that eventually.
You will. Anyway, I'm gonna deafen myself so that we can get on to the video. Also, how loud do I sound? Do I sound decently loud?
You could be a little louder, honestly.
A little bit louder.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah, Griever,
Actually, I don't want to get too close to my face, otherwise I'm gonna
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I see my audio gets into the yellow, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mine gets into the red all the time, so.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks.
Alright, see ya. I guess I was, when I said, I was disappearing until you read Kengan, Griever, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Neve. I want to read Kengan. Don't get me wrong. That's
still, I understand. Don't worry. I know you have your wife.
Yeah, that's still the plan. But I thought she was starting work this week. She's starting next week, so
it's fine.
it'll
Don't
be
worry.
Next Friday.
Yeah, I had it all wrong. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. No, actually, I had it wrong. Honestly, because. She is working like right now. That's the only reason I'm streaming right now, because she's working, because she works like a dog. She works every day, and it boggles the mind. Like the other day she worked for like she did a 4-hour meeting, and I was gonna throw something at the fucking computer, because the reason it was 4 hours is because people like, I think I talk a lot. These fucking people, they make the same goddamn point for 2 hours in a row. And I'm like, they said the same sentence for 2 hours. Like, move on, people. You know? It's like...
Yeah, it does sound quite infuriating.
Oh, it was, because I was sitting there trying to be totally quiet, right? I was playing Digimon Next Order, and my wife bought me a Switch, but no Switch game. But there was a snowstorm, so I can't go buy a fucking game. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, I'll just play a video game I'm familiar with. So I played Digimon Next Door on the PS4. So I'm just sitting there, grinding my Pokemon on mute, of course. And I'm just sitting there being like, the grind is better than this meeting. Like, I am getting more information out of a game I've already beaten than I am out of
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Content.
Let me introduce the people we have in here. First, of course, we have Griever, fellow YouTuber who's currently doing a stream at the time I'm recording this.
Sup?
Griever does Jujutsu Kaisen reviews just like me. He also has an entire playlist full of reaction streams from his first read-through, so you should definitely go and subscribe to him to check those out. I want to get Griever to 1,000 subscribers so he can join me in the community posts and monetization club. Next we have Neve.
Hiya.
We have Band.
Yo.
And we have Rat.
Hi.
God,
we got
so
no
quiet.
introduction.
Jesus Christ. Also, if any of you are wondering why I may sound a little low energy, it's because I went over to a friend's house and they ordered Pizza Hut. So, yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
that would do it to anybody.
Yeah, not. I hadn't thought of it until I think Rat was like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Did you eat something? I don't think. Well, I did eat Pizza Hut.
The question is, what type of pizza?
They got a cheese pizza and a bacon pizza, but I realized one of the pieces of bacon, I'd actually taken it off of the pizza slice because I'm pretty sure the fat on the piece was still white.
Oh dear.
I don't like anything you just said in that sentence, so we'll move on.
Yeah. So anyway, as you can see here, well, not you guys in VC, but the people watching this video can see, I've already thrown a few characters into some tiers here because they're either pretty much background characters that just have nothing to them, or there's literally no character there, or we haven't met them yet. So yeah, I can't really judge them. So I just kind of put them in meh. They just kind of exist. And then I have this tier for extras. This tier list seems to be designed for power scaling, so it has fuck ton of characters and their different forms, different points in time. So I put the extra ones that are unnecessary in this tier here. Now, we begin with... what direction do I want to go in here? We'll start from the top. We have the inversion technique guy from the start of the Shibuya incident, the dude from the, cursed family. First guy we put on the actual list is the first guy to go in the fuck you tier, which is for people that I fucking hate because they're pieces of shit. Also, his design is dumb, so I hate
Yeah,
him.
he looks like Mario.
Yeah.
He looks like he belongs in a different franchise.
A fucking gel cell. Oh, okay, that was...
Yeah, he does look like he belongs in prison. Actually, he does belong in prison because he has murdered people before, hasn't
He has murdered, mutilated, tortured people. He's kind of a huge sack of shit. One of those guys. That's why he's in this tier. The tier for huge sacks of shit.
I remember when people were saying that he had like a face for his forehead or some shit. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
I don't. I think I vaguely remember seeing something like that, but I don't.
They
remember
said if you
off the top of
turned
my
his face upside down, it was like his curse technique was a different face or some shit.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
what?
I don't remember where I heard it from, but I heard it.
I mean, like his
Like,
little
if
bit
you
of hair
split
could be
his
a
head-
mustache or beard, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only way I can see that working.
I don't...
Because his mustache
sounds
does
like a
kind of look like a
stretch.
pair of eyebrows. If you.
I am not comprehending this right now. Anyway, next to an actual character, Chozo. Now, Chozo,
Chozo.
like, during the Shibuya incident and stuff, Chozo would have been in, like, the okay tier, because Chozo's got a neat design. Yeah, it's a neat design. His...
Are we basing this off a design?
Oh yeah, hold on.
No, it's
Partly.
just something I take into consideration. It's just kind of how much I like the characters.
Okay.
What's
Because
what are all the
where
tiers?
we can't see the tiers, it's a little funky.
Yeah, what tiers are there? What are all the tiers?
Oh, right. Okay, so I probably should have mentioned that. We have the very top tier, my favorites, personal favorites, characters I like the most. Then beneath
Alright.
them, we have the very cool or interesting tier, which is, as you would expect, is characters that are just pretty cool. They're some of my favorites, but not the very tops. Not the ones that I would call my favorite characters. Then under that, we have pretty neat, which is, characters that are pretty neat. They're pretty cool. Not that much to them, but, you're usually pretty excited when they show up. Under that, we have the okay tier, which is for characters where you don't hate them, you don't particularly like them. Whenever they show up, you're just kind of like, okay, I guess they're here. Then we have the meh tier, which is for basically non-characters, characters that pretty much have no real personality. They just kind of exist for the most part. And then at the very bottom, the fuck you tier for characters that fucking suck. Either bad writing or you just really fucking hate them.
Oof.
Right.
There will be one character on here who makes my decision where to place him very hard. Okay.
So can we go off of the assumption then that basically it's S A B C D F?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I just figure having
and
these
you were gonna
names
say
for an important
Chozo
person.
was what?
Basically like a B tier character.
Oh,
Like a C or B tier character.
All right. I'll
Yeah,
high B. I give
Yeah,
low
like...
A, high B for me.
Yeah,
same.
prior to
Prior to Shibuya,
stuff that
he'd
happened
probably be
post
like
Shibuya, I just thought he was like kind of neat. He was kind of a cool character. Not really much to him in terms of like real depth or anything. And then we got chapter, was it 142, 141? The chapter where he fights Naoya and he gives his speech about the role of an older brother. And that hit me out of nowhere because I never expected something with that kind of depth coming out of a character like Chozo. And then he pretty much immediately rose up. Maybe just scratching his way into my top 10.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
and then after that fact, if you remember, then he had the moment with the Tengen thing.
Yeah,
After
then he has
that,
his moments with
with the
Yuji there.
right, and that actually, and before that, in between, which nobody talks about, he walked by his brothers in the warehouse. He had an opportunity to say, "Fuck it, I'm going rogue. I'm going to get my brothers out of there," and he decided, you know what, like the dynamic and the torn soul that is Chozo right there with the warehouse thing. I was thinking like, okay, this dude is top 10.
Yeah, he's great.
That's why he's low A tier for me.
Yeah,
Easy.
he's become a character that I really like and care about, and that I hope he doesn't die, even though he has pretty big death flags.
I like
Hopefully he doesn't die.
design technique.
Oh man.
I hope, at the very least, Chozo cannot die until he has some kind of interaction with Toto. They need to meet up at some point. After that, it's free game on Gegen's part.
They're gonna have a Sig Armstrong moment from Full Metal Alchemist. Just a
big handshake,
big
most
handshake,
masculine handshake
brother,
you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Yeah, and
fellow brothers.
It'll be glorious. They'll just look at each other, and then handshake, and it'll be like, "I know you. I know you too."
It'd be cool if
we have a mutual brother.
And you know what? Some people that don't get JJK would complain about that, but real people who watch JJK would be like,
real people.
No, that makes total fucking sense. I'd be totally okay with two characters totally without words understanding each other right away.
Yeah, that's basically what happened with Yuji and Toto. 20%.
Yeah, it basically happened. They threw hands for like a chapter, and then they got each other.
Yeah. All right. And Chozo and Yuji did have one of the best fights in the series in terms of like choreography and stuff. Something great. Something that seems to be underutilized and underappreciated. It's part of why Sakamoto Days is really good in terms of the fight scenes, is that the author makes use of where the fight takes place. A lot of fights may as well take place in like a white void. God knows that's how I draw them. Because a lot of times it's just like, oh yeah, it's just the two characters fighting. There's not really anything else to it. When you start adding in where the fight takes place and start making use of the environment, that's when you start elevating it up to another level. And that's what that fight does, in addition to having really good choreography. It's occurred to me that this video is probably going to take like an hour.
Oh,
well, shit. Nothing wrong with having an hour-long video.
What do you think you are, Miss Teching?
Oh, fuck. Next up we have Dagon, who's okay. I dig the Cthulhu design. I really like his domain expansion. Not really much else for him other than that.
Tier.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Yeah,
in terms of like an actual character, he's okay.
Wait, what design are you going off of? His womb design or is it like
the fully fledged design, the big red skin Cthulhu design that we get the actual fight out of.
And his womb was cute.
Yeah, he had a cutesy little
like an
pre-evolution design, and then he got like fucking gut punched by Naobito, and then suddenly decided, I am going to become an elder god and ruin your day.
And
then had a really good
though
fight.
I appreciate what Mystic is trying to do, at the end of the day, Kaguya also had a good design at the end of Naruto. And that doesn't mean anything.
Well, also Dagon had the thing. Hold on. Dagon does have a little bit of depth, and that when his fight starts, what the fuck? God, why did we have to have now? This is what happens when a character's been dead for more than a year, and you have another character basically replace him with a similar name. I keep forgetting.
I know. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, this is the third time you've talked about a character's appearance or design being cool, and it's like as your opening statement. That's all. So I was just
because that's kind of like the when I talk about their design first, usually that's like the big thing for them, and then it's like they have some other stuff that kind of supplements it. But he did have that back and forth with Naobito, where Naobito called him just a cursed spirit, and Dagon's like, hey, my name's not Cursed Spirit. We all have names. That interaction was also really funny because it was just the two of them talking
Yeah.
past each other and not actually having a conversation.
They were
Oh, my 4K animation.
speaking.
Next is Maharaga, who is not a character. Maharaga is just kind of a plot creature.
Maga is
Yeah.
a badass, though.
It's a
Yeah, he
cool
was
fucking
fucking
thing.
cool.
So I'll put him higher up on meh,
Yeah,
but
it's a nice
there
dog
is
and
there is
all.
no actual
The
personality
highest
inside
of meh
Maharaga.
you could be of meh.
Like, it's
Yeah,
a nice
eyes, right?
dog with
The
cool,
design's
like,
neat.
lure things.
Maharaga creates interesting character opportunities for Megami, but Maharaga is not really much of a
It's ironic
character.
that the moment I bring up the fact that you're talking about appearance as a thing, and then we bring up Maga, who has a great design, it's like, what are you supposed to talk about the character? You know?
Yeah, there's no character. It's non-existent.
Yeah.
Isn't this the character type you like?
Huh?
Pardon?
Isn't this the character type you said you like?
What, one with
Like,
no personality?
no, like buff characters and that kind of stuff.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I guess Maharaga technically is that. It's a big buff monster guy wearing black. Yeah, I guess he is.
I mean,
that's always a good character design. If you're gonna have like a big buff monster thing, throw black pants on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hanami has it too. See, there's a pattern here.
True.
Gege knows what he's doing.
Gege understands how to.
Gege understands your Minotaur fetish. All right, moving on.
Yeah, Gege's pleasing this random Florida man, of course.
We have SO, who has one of the worst designs in the fucking. But has some degree of existing character, and that he's not an actual automaton. Yeah, let's move past him. Next, we have Principal Gakuganji, who really doesn't have much of anything going on.
Other than being
However, we do appear to be creating character opportunities with the stuff that happened with Yaga.
He's a bit of a rock star, though. You got to give him low C tier with that.
Yeah, you know what? We'll move him up for that. Yeah.
Low C tier.
The rock star thing is neat.
He's kind of like Steven Tyler, like, I'm an old rock star. You guys don't get my music anymore, but I was big
Steven
back
Tyler,
in the day.
But he's like 100.
Exactly. He's the old rock star that none of us have listened to his music, but he was big back in the day.
You know you're getting really old when your skull shape changes to that of like an alien and your eyes sink so far back into your skull that you just have black pits.
Elongated forehead.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay, Real Ghetto, a very high tier. Not one of my personal favorites, however, definitely up there. I mean, fuck, I have a whole video talking. I have like a whole 18-minute video talking about him. Ghetto, when he was originally introduced in Volume 0, was not the most interesting guy ever. We really didn't get much depth to his character until towards the end of Volume 0 when he was dying. But Hidden Inventory, which is kind of really all of Ghetto's character, if we're being real, did wonders for him because he's a fantastic example of a character kind of having like a fall from grace, and one that you can see it happening step by step in a way that feels fairly natural. In that, Ghetto's a guy that understands and believes in the responsibilities of a jujutsu sorcerer, but then he experiences how fucked being a jujutsu sorcerer is, like Nanami did. And, Nanami decided to quit for a while because of that, whereas Ghetto did not. Probably should have done that. Probably should have taken some vacation time.
Right.
I was reading the fan book, or the translations for the fan book, and Nanami didn't blame Ghetto for defecting.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is something.
That's a very interesting detail. Because it's completely understandable. He saw an innocent person... An innocent person got dragged into their business through no fault of her own. She got murdered because of said business.
In front of him.
In front of him. And then they really weren't able to fucking do anything about it. And it was caused by the powerless, pretty much innocent people that they're supposed to protect.
Hidden Inventory is the greatest arc.
And he was still going
Yes,
on
he
after
did.
that, but then there
And then
was,
after that,
the kids in cages. That was
the
Yeah.
after that, I still think after that point there could have been some saving Geto.
there could have been absolutely.
However, what then happened to him was
Freaking
something that
Yuki,
should
bro.
never happen to someone that's dealing with a mental health crisis. He was flung into isolation. Because now that Gojo was pretty much the strongest person in the world, Gojo was just getting sent to
Yeah.
do shit on his own, which meant now Geto, who, I mean, was also a special grade, had to go do stuff on his own as well. So he was just kind of stewing in his own thoughts for a year while doing the same stuff that he was gaining a hatred for, until eventually he encounters a pretty unforgivable situation involving Mimiko and Nanako, and then he's like, fuck this. Also, Yuki didn't really help either. She seemingly didn't mean to, but boy, did she say the worst things possible to
We
him
don't
given the
know
situation.
what Yuki's motivations are yet, so it's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
At the
I'm
very
expecting evil
least,
Yuki, though.
let's assume Yuki is. If Yuki is not evil, she straight up gave like the worst possible reassurance she could have, because she tried to reassure him by telling him the things he did not want to hear.
But to be
Same.
fair, she wasn't wrong either.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
She's not
Then-
wrong. That's the problem is that you're trying to blame, like, the way you're making it sound, you're trying to blame Yuki for the solution. This isn't
Oh,
some
no, I'm not
Eren
saying-
Yeager
I'm just
bullshit.
saying she
that
didn't
she's
really-
right.
I'm just saying she didn't really.
No, she didn't help, but
help.
she didn't know she wasn't helping. Like, so
Right, because
it's
she didn't know what was going on.
She didn't know what should. What, to be fair, Geto should have taken Gojo up on his offer in the first place.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
just
Let's
kill
just
all of them.
murder
Maybe he would have
all of
felt
them.
better if they murked all those people
Let's
earlier. Then I don't know.
murder everybody and be done with this shit. And you know what? That might have solved everything.
That might have maybe if he
then
got
you
it
got
out of his
taken
system
over.
earlier, that, or it would have just sent him down the slippery slope earlier. Because then it's like, oh, I can just murder
Well,
hordes of
what? But
non-sorcerers
by
if I
that
hate them.
logic, look at the slippery slope that's happening right now. Kenjaku's alive in Geto's body, and like we have Kenjaku and Sukuna to deal with now. None of that would have happened had Geto and fucking Gojo went through with the murder.
I suppose.
They just save the girl. They walk away. Go fuck yourself, Tengen.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Geto is, well, he's pretty serious about the whole cause, because he realizes, hey, if we get rid of all of those non-sorcerers, we don't really have to do sorcerer stuff anymore. We can just kind of be normal people that don't have to worry about any of this insane shit. Which is, kind of interesting. And
You know what
I've
it
always
is?
thought...
It's sort of, like, I don't know if anybody else here relates to it, but it sort of relates to Ichigo at Bleach.
Right.
Because Ichigo is, once again, at the end of the day, even as far as the new chapter that came out last year, big hype, Ichigo at the end of the day is not a member of the Soul Society. He is not a Shinigami. He is a substitute Shinigami, based on the fact that he needed to be there, not because he chose the job. So, like, the idea of Jujutsu Kaisen, and this is where Gege takes like some Kubo like elements into the fact, is the fact of the matter is, this is a world, as Miss pointed out, that let's get rid of cursed energy. Let's just get rid of it all. Then we can lead normal lives. We don't need to deal with any of this shit. Ichigo never wanted to deal with any of this shit. His whole purpose was just to save his friends. So, in the same sense that we get from Jujutsu Kaisen, it's sort of, so you can understand where Todo, where Geto, where Gojo are coming from with the whole, let's just get rid of the power altogether.
Oh, you mean not Toto, Yuki. Yuki's the one that's like, let's get rid of
Yuki, but Yuki planted that in Todo as well, sort of idea. So
We haven't really gotten that
We don't know
alluded
that.
yet. She might have.
Yeah, she might have,
Yeah,
but
Toto's not said anything.
But yeah,
Toto's philosophical concerns don't seem to be too focused on this.
No, but we don't know the depth of those yet. So
True.
I wouldn't be it wouldn't amaze me if all of a sudden Toto showed up and was like, yeah, we should get rid of cursed energy. I'd be like, all right, there were seeds planted throughout the manga to tell me that Toto was that,
And I always found Geto's little conversation with Gojo towards the end of Hidden Inventory to be pretty interesting, but I suppose we'll probably get more in depth with that when we talk about Gojo himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, well, that's convenient. Gojo's right.
Woo!
Perfect timing. Absolutely flawless.
Are we rating these as characters, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Okay. Gojo is high A.
Yeah.
for sure.
I have Gojo probably about on par with Geto. I mean, the funny thing is, originally, when I did this tier list last year, I guess it's technically not last year anymore. The last time I did this, I had Gojo as my number 2 because basically every person's favorite character when they read the series for the first time is Gojo, and then they think for a little bit, and then they realize there are actually other characters who are better. However, that doesn't take away from Gojo being a really good character.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that Gojo is so good, other than him being just kind of like a walking flex, which is always fun, he is, I find, to be a fairly interesting take on top of the verse. It's always interesting to me what authors decide to do with the explicitly strongest character. And I quite like what KK has done with Gojo, and that Gojo has endless power. He has unlimited power, but he's not really able to use it to achieve the goals that he wants to. Hello, Fungus. I don't know if you're interested in a Jujutsu Kaisen video discussion.
Yeah, we're discussing
But
this
you're
for
welcome
videos.
to listen if you're interested.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
So, earlier on in the series, we learned that
Right.
Gojo's motivation is to kind of unfuck Jujutsu Society because the current people in power that are running it are corrupt and they have misplaced motivations. And he wants to get rid of them. He wants to be able to create a Jujutsu Society for the future that's just, actually kind of good.
Not to make a total tangent on this, but do you think that his opening statement in Hidden Inventory to Geto about do you want to murder them all was Geto basically Gojo wanted Geto to basically tell him what to do?
He might have, yeah.
I felt like that.
Gojo didn't want. Gojo knew him and Geto together had the power to do it. He just didn't. He didn't want to be a god, so he didn't want to make the decision, and he left it to Geto in a way. I sort of feel like that's part of it.
Gojo. How do I put this? I feel like that was just something where Gojo didn't really want to do something like that without, kind of being on the same page as Geto. Because, even given the circumstances of what happened, just fucking mowing down an entire crowd of civilians without warning would be kind of like, holy shit, what are you doing?
But I feel like,
Geto is his best friend. They're both kind of traumatized by what had just happened, so it's kind of like, hey, what do you want to do?
But does anybody feel like had Geto said yes, that it wouldn't have happened? Because I sort of feel it would have happened.
Well,
I think
if I'm correct,
Gojo definitely seemed like he was in a position of indecision. He kind of didn't really know what to do with himself at the time.
I think they
Geto
were
was the
both
person that he trusted.
That's why, and Yuki showed up, right?
Yeah.
And
Or
that's what
Yuki
I'm
showed up
saying.
a little after,
Both,
but yeah.
like we see it from Geto's perspective. What I'm saying is that we don't see it from Gojo's perspective. We don't see his inner turmoil, his crossroads. We see him being an enabler for Geto, but we don't see Geto struggling with this, that he doesn't like it, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think
we don't actually know his thought process in Hidden Inventory.
I think this is kind of like the interesting diverging point where, as we know, like at the start of Hidden Inventory, Gojo and Geto pretty much had like swapped roles from where they ended up by like Volume 0, where Gojo was very flippant and dismissive of the role of a jujutsu sorcerer, didn't really care that much about like protecting civilians and stuff. It was just kind of like whatever, following jujutsu protocols and all that. Whereas Geto was very letter of the law, following their responsibilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the moment where after that, both of them swap positions, because Gojo is the one that's like, "Hey, should we kill all these guys?" They didn't really have any kind of direct influence in this. They're sheep. They're a flock. They have no real power over what is going on, but they're here clapping for the death of an innocent girl, and I'm really pissed off right now. Should we kill them? And Geto's like, no, like there's no meaning to that. It'd be a completely meaningless act of violence. Just there's no reason to bother with it. Whereas
Not
after
gonna
when this
lie,
happened,
in Geto's position, it would make me feel a lot fucking better.
yeah,
Yeah, then you would regret
Not
it.
gonna lie,
and
I would have said fuck yeah.
after this happens, Gojo comes to the position that he has in the present, where it's like, yeah, I could totally murder all of the higher ups if I decided to, and I really kind of want to because I hate those bastards. But there really wouldn't be much good that would come from it, at least not the kind of good that I want to come from it. I want systemic long-term change. If I just kill all of the higher-ups and I'm just like, hello, I am now the head of Jujutsu Society, I'm going to die at some point, and other people like them are probably going to take over after I'm gone. So I want to do things in a systematic, ideally more peaceful manner. Whereas Geto,
He's definitely got a long term idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Geto is like, man, we should just kill everyone. If we want to achieve an ideal Jujutsu society, we should just kill everyone who's causing our problems.
To be fair to Geto's idea, that sort of does technically solve the problem.
Technically, it does get rid of
I
your
mean,
spirit,
if
yeah.
you in World War II, if you kill all the Nazis,
There are no more Nazis.
there are no more Nazis to fight.
I do
However,
think Geto does kind of. There is an extent that Gojo says, like, Geto's not really willing to kill his fellow Jujutsu sorcerers because he's ultimately creating
remember,
a place for
I
them.
think you're sort of confusing sometimes Geto with Kenjaku. Like,
No, because Kenjaku's goal doesn't seem to really be that much about
no,
a
but when you
society
said
for just
when you said that Geto wants to kill like everybody or whatever.
Okay, I should specify every
Griever.
non-Jujutsu sorcerer. That was
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
that's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Right. How Geto is not willing to kill everybody to achieve his goals because then there's not really anybody left to benefit from it. But there does seem to be a certain point at which Geto will just be kind of like, fuck it. Like he tried to kill Yuta so that he could get his hands on Rika. You have to wonder what exactly is the line at which Geto decides, yeah, I guess it's okay to kill Jujutsu sorcerers, because there were
Probably
certainly some killed during the
something
events
Griever
of Volume
did.
0. Yeah, something 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 the greater good, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
I
Something
wonder how.
something Eisen, something something Madara, something something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I always found Gojo's interaction with Geto at the end of Hidden Inventory to be really interesting, because Gojo is someone that has all the power in the world, but he's not able to do what he wants. And what he wants right now is to like get his friend back, but there's nothing he can really do with his power to do that. He could kill Geto right there. He could do
But
that.
it
Even Geto's like,
doesn't.
yeah,
It.
you can kill me.
Yeah.
There would be some meaning to that, I guess. You could
You know what
stop
it
me.
reminds me of? There was this show, and I forget what it was called, The Rejects or something, The Immortals, something like that. And there was a dude who had immortality, but the thing is that some guy with a cheese ability turned all his blood to cheese. So
Huh?
all the yeah. So
Hold
he
up.
stuck. He stabbed him, and he was like, "Fuck you! I'm immortal. I'm gonna kill you." But he turned all his blood to cheese. So all of a sudden he couldn't move because all his blood was cheese.
That sounds
So
like some
he was
Glenn shit.
alive. So he was alive, but he was cheese. So he couldn't
This is
move.
an incredible tangent.
Yeah,
That's
but
literally
Yeah.
but my
Glenn.
point is that like it's
Griever,
sort of
you
the
realize this is
idea
a video,
of
not a stream, right?
like the idea.
Griever, this is a video, not a stream.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, try and limit your
And
pen.
Geto poses an interesting question to Gojo, because when Geto says, yeah, I want to kill all non-jujutsu sorcerers to create a world of just jujutsu sorcerers so that cursed spirits don't exist anymore, Gojo's like, that's fucking impossible. You can't do that. Why is it impossible? You could do it, right? You could do it.
And he could.
Yeah. So why is something impossible if you're able to do it? I don't get that. And he asks him, "Are you the strongest because you're Satoru Gojo, or are you Satoru Gojo because you're the strongest?
I love that
What
line.
defines who
Yeah.
you are? Are you just a guy who happens to be the strongest? Like you are Satoru Gojo and you're the strongest, or you are the strongest person in the world, and I guess you're some guy named Gojo." Like, are you an actual person, or are you just this kind of concept that people look towards as being the pinnacle of everything? It's kind of interesting.
Good stuff.
The power to kind of do whatever you want, but not really able to do anything that you want. Kind of an interesting dynamic for Mr. Top of the Verse. Now then, that we spent 15 minutes talking about Gojo, we have Granny Ogami from the Cursed family. Fuck you,
Throw
bitch.
her ass in the fuck.
We have Yu Haibara, who is Nanami's friend during Hidden Inventory. He does not really have much in the way of screen time. He mostly exists to kind of explain why Nanami ended up leaving. But he's a nice guy. He's a cool guy, I guess.
Yeah.
And I have seen the suggestion that Nanami ended up, taking a liking to Yuji because he reminded him of you, which I definitely see.
Yeah, for sure. They have a. It's from
They have that
I'm not gonna say
same
anything.
glow in their eyes, that same kind of cheery demeanor. Yuji
That's what I was looking
used
for,
to have
yeah.
that. Hakari, very cool or
I
interesting.
really like Hakari.
Dude,
Like a lot.
Hakari is a pretty neat guy. I'm very excited to learn more about him once we get more into what's seemingly going to be the next
Is-
arc
is-
for the Culling
The
game.
reason I like him a lot is because of kind of just like the gangster character trope. I
Yeah.
really like
his
him.
younger design was
Characters
really
usually
cool too.
cool.
Like
Yeah,
right
Yeah,
now,
I
his
liked
too.
like the image they have here in this tier list is the original design for Hakari. And in the newest volume we actually get an extra showing that like he like changed his hair and stuff since the previous year. However, we do see this design in the updated art style and with his like actual current face and stuff, and he looks way better. Looks great.
He looks
Yeah.
fucking
Like-
cool, dude.
right now, I'm not actually a big fan of Hakari because so far he seems like Todo 2, And like, of course, yeah, that's because we haven't seen enough of him yet. And he will be different, I know for sure. Right now, he's kind of there where we could have
Do you
had
consider
Todo.
Takaba to be Toto number 3 then?
What? No, he's nothing like Todo. Huh?
I mean, he's kind of similar, but
He
we'll
has
get
that
into that.
that goofy side of Toto that everybody else
I
sees.
suppose so, to an
Like
extent.
Next we have Hanami, who I think most of us agree is definitely the coolest
Oh
of the
yeah.
disaster spirits.
I personally like Todo more.
No, dude.
Yeah,
Like the
we'll
tree
have
branches
Hanami
coming out the
high.
eye.
High C? Actually, well, fuck it. We'll pump Hanami up to low B.
B.
Pretty neat, because one of the coolest designs in the series. Plant powers are always really cool.
Yeah, really
And
cool.
their philosophy, kind of being the embodiment of the earth, is kind of fair. We definitely have other characters like Ghetto who are like, yeah, humans are kind of a plague. And, there's always something to say about that. Next we have it's been forever. I'm trying to Haruta, fuck you.
That
LOL.
dumb
Side
pumpkin.
ponytail.
The miracle technique guy. The guy with the
Carl man,
hand
fuck you, bro.
sword. The
Oh, my
dude
miracle.
that got the absolute
The twink.
shit smacked out of him by Nanami, and then got cut in half
Loved
by
that scene.
Sukuna.
God, I fucking
Loved
hate that
those
guy.
two scenes.
Fuck you.
Throw his ass and fuck you. We don't even need to
Oh,
discuss
I
this.
Yeah.
love murder.
Get rid of him.
Ijuchi kind of exists. Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I don't really.
Ino's a
He ain't that
guy.
big a fan.
He's Ino actually got introduced during the Mahito arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we never
None of
saw
me
him
left
again
him.
until Shibuya incident.
Like, he
That's
seems like
something, I
whenever
guess.
Like, he seems
He's
like he'll have
alright.
something whenever he shows up again, cause like he looks up to Nanami, and Nanami's kind of
Yeah, I've been waiting for that because he didn't
sad.
want to get promoted to grade 1 unless it was through Nanami's recommendation. How the fuck is that supposed to happen now? What's Ino gonna be doing?
Keeping
Hopefully
Nanami still.
Gege remembers that Ino exists and decides to do something with him. I'm not expecting him to show up like anytime soon, of course, because he was a character that got introduced and then we didn't see again for like another 50 chapters. So actually it was kind of like 60 chapters. Well, no, that was when he got the shit smacked out of him by Toji. So he showed up like 50 chapters later. We'll see what
Good
happens with
stuff.
him. I think he has some decent potential. Utahime, someone we need to see a lot more from, but someone who I quite enjoy as a character. Someone
Yeah,
who I
her
And
find very
also,
entertaining.
extra was
apparently
pretty
her
nice.
technique has to do something with like
Has
singing.
something to do with singing.
She's gonna throw sick
So
bars at the opponents.
Yeah,
Oh
she's
dear.
about to
we
make
definitely,
like haikus or something.
Gege,
Yeah,
we need that
that
Utahime content. We need
that
Utahime stocks to go up.
yeah, that extra chapter really made me like her a bit more.
That's
Yeah.
still so funny to me that we were sold this chapter that was going to be like a volume 0 tie-in or something, or it's going to be a Yuta story, and no, actually it's mostly about Utahime.
It's
I'm
just
not
Utahime.
complaining because Utahime needs more screen time, and I always
Yeah.
like seeing characters that I already like in slice of life situations.
Like Utahime feels like she should have a lot more screen time than she does. But for
Yeah,
some reason she
considering
just
she's
doesn't.
basically the Gojo equivalent for the Kyoto school, though I guess you could kind of say the Kyoto school kind of does not get the same kind of good
Without
treatment
Toto,
as the
it's kind
Tokyo
of
school.
trash.
Yeah, without
Yeah.
Toto, Mekamaru's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Thought
Toto
what
has
does Kyoto really have
potential.
going for them
They have
anymore?
Momo. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, of
Oh
course they
yeah,
have
of course.
Momo with
Like
her
Mima at least has
extremely powerful
potential.
curse tool manipulation.
That's
Mhm.
actually not a bad technique, but
It's
Moa
not
just
bad,
sucks.
but it's not anything remarkable. It's just kind of an
No,
technique.
it's
Yeah.
pretty good though.
What, the
But
curse tool
why a
manipulation?
broom
Yeah,
though?
like
I
I
can
mean,
fly
it's
around on a
okay.
broom.
It's
Not
okay.
It's
curse tool, it's tool
okay. It's
manipulation.
just kind of
So
like this puts you above low level characters, I guess.
Yeah,
Even then,
exactly.
Momo's probably like the weak now that Mai's fucking dead.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
weakest Kyoto student.
Absolutely, 100%.
Next we have would you look at that? It's our current main character who has undergone very excessive amounts of growth, Yuji Itadori, who has gone way the fuck up in my character rankings ever since I
I
first made
think
one of these
you're.
lists.
I'd put him in S.
Very
Current
cool or
main
You
character,
interesting.
Griever.
mispronounced Utah. It's weird.
Okay, I said our current main character.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
The guy we put on the Volume 1 cover, not the guy we put on the Volume 0 cover.
Oh.
Also the guy who's been in about
Listen, leave it
150 more
alone.
chapters.
Leave it alone.
You're the one that keeps
So,
bringing it up,
Don't let
though.
Tokyo come in here.
Yuji was a main character who, on my first read, I didn't really care about that much. I was just like, yeah, he's alright, he's cool, he's a cool dude. And then I had my reread, which, by the way, you can tell, even though it was kind of early on into doing my reviews, you can tell when I had finished the reread because then I kind of had memorized everything by that point. Um, Yuji's an interesting character because he starts off having this very kind of naive, idealistic shonen main character ideology. I'm going to save people whenever I can at every available opportunity, and I'm not going to kill anyone. And then we spend the entire series telling Yuji, shut the
That,
fuck up, you dumb child.
yeah, he's got it all wrong.
Ah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, basically,
They tell
almost
Yuji that your
every
naive ideal is not realistic.
Yeah, almost every single major moment of character development for Yuji that has happened has been him realizing I'm way too weak to realize my beliefs, or my beliefs are wrong. To the point where he's kind of just evolved into someone who has no real value for his own life, thinks that he kind of deserves to die for the stuff that Sukuna did, which he views as being his fault because he's Sukuna's vessel.
Hmm.
And
He became
yeah, just kind
ghetto.
of yeah, and just kind of views himself as a cog in a machine instead of as an individual person. He's at an
Yeah.
interesting point in his character development where we've kind of this is why I'm very happy with the chapter 165, 6. The one that I said had the best moment we got in Jujutsu last year, in which
Yeah, I killed them.
Yuji has the opportunity to get a second chance in his fight with Higuruma. He can get his cursed energy back, and he fucking throws it away because he will never say that he's not responsible for Sukuna's massacre. He refuses to place the blame for that on anyone but himself, even though it's actively other people's fault.
And Higuruma
Yeah.
actually breaks down how it's not his fault.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, maybe we'll see fruit come from that tree,
yeah,
hopefully.
hopefully, because he
Otherwise, it's
is
going to be very
he's very
depressing.
clearly in a position where he's regressed. He's kind of fallen into this hole, and either he's going to fall deeper into it. I don't know how much deeper he can get into it, other than just trying to kill himself or something. Or we can have someone change his mind, help him out of that pit. Toto kind of helped him a little bit in the immediate aftermath of all that. Um,
Really quick to the chat. Now I'm out of VC for half a minute. Haley says this VC. Skin says, yo. Y'all talking about Jujutsu Kaisen? Yes, we are. Haley says, hey, Skin. Skin says, do you think if Yuki hadn't talked to Geto, he would have turned out the way he did? I think he would have, because Geto is, he's got a brain. He knows what he was doing. Haley said, how do I join you guys? You can't. We're in a different Discord. Clarice Caldron says, lion spotted. The lion right there. There we go. Caden said, how do you handle 28 degrees? 28 degrees Fahrenheit? Easy. That's only -2. That's bullshit. I'm living at -9 right now. Skin said, I need to see Yuki's curse technique. Yeah, me too. Skin said technique. Skin said she's got to be OP to a special grade. Haley said, I came here to say hello, Griever, and no invite to VC. No, this is a different video. This is a closed video thing. This is a sneak preview thing, Haley. Haley said, sorry about the spamming. That's fine. Skin said, and that in his final moments with Mahito was truly Yuji's best character moments. Yeah, there were some great character moments there. Band says, I'm in chat now. Dropped a like. Thank you, Band. And Haley said, who's Discord? Doesn't matter. It's a closed account, Haley. You can't jump in. So Dark Knight said JJK is taking inspiration from Hunter x Hunter, which is my favorite manga. Favorite spelt wrong. JJK is taking inspiration from Bleach, not Hunter x Hunter. And if it's taking inspiration from Hunter x Hunter, it would explain why I don't like the Culling game, because I don't like Hunter x Hunter either. Now I see the parallel. Anyway, going back to the VC.
Firepower, she's kind of the embodiment of the destruction that cursed spirits bring. He is the old man, the philosophical leader of the cursed spirits, even though he kind of tried to put Mahito up on kind of a pedestal to be more of the leader. Jogo's in an unfortunate position of being pretty strong, but both of his major fights are against the two strongest characters in the series. So he kind of exists to get shit on.
Fuck Jogo, okay?
Dude
He's
got
just a
fucked.
jobber.
He's
Yeah.
he's
Neve,
unfortunate.
the first time, Neve will love this. I will officially
Jogo is
call,
a jobber.
I will call for the first time. Jogo is a jobber.
It's true.
Yes,
That's
he
his
is.
job. Jogo the jobber.
But he does it well. He does his
does
job
a pretty
well.
solid
I don't
job
care
at
how
being
well
a
he does it.
jobber.
That's the
Longest
first and only
jobber
time
I've
I will ever
seen.
call somebody a jobber. And
Good. Try not to say it again.
Yeah, otherwise she'll end up.
Oh, fuck.
Longest
Oh,
jobber.
God. We have a lot of people left in here. I'm not sure how many of these are going to lead to in-depth discussions or not. And we are
How
now...
long have we been recording?
50 minutes.
Oh
This is
boy.
going to be a 2-hour long video. My longest
This-
actual... No, wait. I've had podcast episodes that
Yeah,
have been
you've had
re-recorded.
long
Never
episodes.
mind.
You can
I
cut
guess this
things
is turned into a podcast. I don't know.
just move on, Misk.
Junpei.
Woo!
Junpei, our
No.
tragic
Oh,
character,
no.
Junpei.
Ah
You
shit.
either put him in S or you put him in D. There's no.
I think
It's,
I put
yeah,
him
Junpei is
probably
only
around...
good because of him and Yuji's relationship. Yuji is died. Whatever
Yeah.
Junpei
Oh, that's
had.
true. That's
Top of
He was
D.
influential.
Top of D.
Yuji, I mean,
I suppose Junpei kind of...
Junpei was actually there for
more
like
character than
Yuji
some
and Mahito's shit.
Where's
bro.
Neo when you need him?
Junpei
Oh,
exists
no.
to first show off the results
Where's
of the
Neo
evil
at?
of humans. That people do fucked up shit, and that really ruined some people's lives. And then
Yeah.
he's there to get murdered by Mahito. Well, have his life ruined and then get murdered by Mahito, to be sort of a showcase for Yuji what Gojo had told him about Jujutsu sorcery, which is like, yeah, innocent people are gonna die in really fucked up ways, so you kind of have to get used to dealing with that on a regular basis. What sort of tragedies come about when cursed spirits get involved in people's lives? Yeah. We have current modern-day Naruto Shikamo. He's kind of a character that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's just there.
He's just kind
And
of
he was
present.
given the name of a guy who's known
He was
to be
named
evil.
after fucking Jujutsu Hitler, which I assume is Gege's way of conveying that his parents really fucking hated him. Well, probably his dad.
Well, apparently
really fucking
somebody
hated
hated
him.
somebody.
Somebody, considering he's apparently a bastard and his mom kind of got exiled from the clan or whatever, presumably it was his dad. Imagine hating your child so much that you basically name them Adolf Hitler.
Oh,
God.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
no. Nobody hates a baby that much.
Nobody hates a baby that much
Well, that
except
was
for
spite
baby
for their
Hitler.
partner, of course.
Ketchizu, horrendous design.
Like if I find
Jesus
a
Christ.
baby with 666 on the back of their forehead, I drown that fucking thing before I name it. So
You heard it.
I've always been greatly amused. Oh fuck, I love when they asked Jeb Bush if you could go back in time and kill baby Hitler, would you do it? And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'd kill the shit out of baby Hitler." It's the only good thing Jeb Bush has ever said.
yeah, it's a great thing he said.
Kuchikabe, he's an amusing fellow. He
He's
hasn't really
amusing, but
done
not
much. He
enough.
got a volume cover for some reason. It's a cool volume cover, but I don't understand why he got it. What basically happened was there were the events of the volume that he was in, and Gege was like, shit, I don't really have any characters in this volume that are prevalent enough that haven't
Baba.
already had a volume cover. I guess I'll give one to Kusakabe because he cut like those two random fodder guys and was pretty funny.
Yeah,
He's a funny guy.
move on.
Yeah, he at least looks cool, and he has to try and
Oh
float like
yes,
a
we've
Lucian.
reached my difficult character,
Oh,
Oh,
who?
Mahito.
I
You
love that
see,
guy in a
Mahito's
awful
a
way.
tough
You
one
were an ant.
because Mahito is a very well-written villain. Very well-written villain. He works very well as a direct opposite to Yuji's character, especially earlier on in the series, because Yuji's someone that doesn't want to kill anyone. He wants to save as many people as he can, where Mahito has no value whatsoever on people's lives. I think his lack of care on human lives is interesting, and I think the reason for it is where I get the interest from it is because to Mahito, things that to us are very kind of abstract and spiritual, the idea of the soul of a life, what are those things? We kind of have like these kind of out there ideas about it because they're things that we don't really understand. We can't see the soul, so we kind of give all of
So
these greater meanings to them.
where do
Whereas
you
for
put him?
Mahito, it's just a thing. It just exists. He can see it. He can touch it. He's like, yeah, it's just kind of there. It's not anything special to him.
Yeah, it's that
He has
thing in
no
the palm of
value.
his hand.
Yeah, he has no value on it. So he just doesn't. He's like, why would I place any kind of value on this? It just exists like everything else does. So as a result, he's extremely fucking callous and heartless in regards to everything and does horrendous fucked up shit. Pretty much every major character death that's happened in the present, other than Yaga, and Mai. Okay, any major character death
In Shibuya.
in Shibuya
And
before
prior.
Shibuya has been at the hands of Mahito. Killed Junpei, killed
Nobara.
Mekamaru,
Oh,
he
that too.
killed Nanami, he maybe killed Nobara, he took
No, he
Toto's
killed
hand, which I
Oh,
feel like
so
counts
we're
like
going to
kind of
plus one. Killed no, bro.
yeah.
bro.
Basically,
Christ, Griever.
it's certainly something when almost every
Killed a
major
bitchy
character.
Sakura. Wow. I'm
Oh
pro
boy, I sure did
pro
everyone
Mahito. Pro
really
Mahito.
describe me now.
Support Mahito.
Oh man, I can already all the people that went and subscribed to you at the start of this video, I can feel them leaving.
If it makes you feel any better, I only put him at high B tier.
Okay,
Okay,
I
cool.
think he's. I'm not sure what to do with him because I think he's very well written from a philosophical perspective. He works really well as a villain. But I fucking hate him with a burning passion.
But that means
I-
that
I'd
should
put him.
boost
I'd
your
put him
rank.
in the favorite tier.
You know what?
Because
That is
he's
what I
what
did
Rat?
originally.
but
Rat.
you hate
What I
him.
did originally was I put Mahito in my top 5 because I'm like, yeah, I can't fucking stand him. I absolutely fucking despise him for all the right reasons. Good job, Gege. I'm gonna put him, I'll actually put him just below current Yuji.
Right.
I mean, it can't really be helped when you've been effectively dead for a year, so you can't really get much in the way of development.
Jesus Christ, he has been.
I mean,
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild to think about?
Your reasoning is 100% okay. I just don't. It's not me, but
Yeah, I get that.
I do agree that is he written to the point for you to hate him? 100%.
Yeah.
Is he
he's a
written
devil.
well to the point for you to hate him? 100%. Is he written to be a three-dimensional character? 100%. So if you want to put him in A rank, S rank, that's totally fine. To me, he's a B rank villain, but
Who's
have way
next?
too high
My,
standards.
you exist to
Yeah,
Die.
expand Maki's V. Fuck off. I don't care. I don't care.
About who?
To expand Maki's character
But
motivation
wait, did you
outside.
just say I don't care about Maki?
No, not Maki.
No,
Mai. I don't care
my.
about
Oh
Mai.
my! Oh whoa!
Of course I
Whoa!
care about
Whoa!
Maki.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Miss, you kind of gave me a heart attack here.
I'm sure I did if you miss.
Sure.
Oh, well, conveniently
I
Maki.
misheard. I said yeah, I heard Maki and I went whoa 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 whoa. Oh, hold on a second.
Like, personally, I would consider Mai to just be part of Maki's character and not a
Yeah.
character
It's
How
herself.
about my
basically
C
just an
tier?
extension of Mai. Yeah, Mai is C tier. Maki, we'll put her between Gento and Chozo. Maki,
S tier.
boy, have things gone wrong for her.
Wait,
Yeah.
where is that? Is that S tier or A tier?
That's kind of, I have my favorites for like my top 3, so like part of very cool or interesting is basically S tier.
Okay.
I just don't have, I'm not doing SAB because these
Yeah.
are a little more descriptive.
Okay.
Mm.
But she's still up there, right?
She's
Yeah, she's
most
still up there.
certainly up there.
Fair
Certainly up there when
Why are
she
you
had
getting so worried
before.
over character rankings?
Well,
I'm very Neve.
Yeah?
I'm very worried. Leave me alone. Let me be worried.
Fine, you can have your way.
You
Uh,
bitch. Let me be worried.
so Maki's interesting because ever since Volume 0, Maki's wanted to get stronger because she came from the Zenin clan, which is full of a bunch of fucks, who have basically the worst traits of Jujutsu Society. They hate women, because women, and also they're
Yeah.
very elitist when it comes to curse techniques. They love those good curse techniques. I mean, projection sorcery is pretty cool. 10 Shadows is, well, we know from Maharaga, 10 Shadows is really fucking strong.
Yeah, busted.
They put pretty strong techniques high up on a pedestal, so when you've got no curse technique and you're a woman, well, shit. You're kind of fucked.
Neve, apparently you cannot kick my ass.
Oh, damn. Yeah, according to
So,
Zen Clan
Neve can kick my
sad.
ass, just so the chat knows. Neve can kick the shit out of me.
Oh, for sure. Well, elbow the shit out of you.
God.
Elbows all day.
Yeah, because of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, that's been Maki's motivation since the start. She wants to get stronger. She wants to take over the Zenin clan to basically go, fuck you, people from my childhood. And then that was expanded upon in the main series, where
Yeah, when
also,
she did genocide.
well, we're not quite there yet, where also she
Fine.
wanted to kind of make things better for her sister, who didn't really want to go through with all of that hardship and stuff to get stronger. For her, it's just like, I'll just fucking do whatever they ask of me. I don't care that much. I don't want to be a jujutsu sorcerer. As long as I can just kind of live kind of decently, I don't care.
Yeah, and
Maki's
that's
like, no,
understandable.
I'm a very prideful person, and
I'm with
I
Neve
want
on
the
this
best
one.
for you. So I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get stronger, and I'm gonna change things so that we can have a better life.
Yeah, like,
Unfortunately,
Mai is understandable because, yeah, just because she was born that way doesn't mean she has to do it.
yeah,
However,
I'm boosting
the-
Mai to mid B tier. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, actually, I just remembered there's actual kind of substance to Mai's
Mai
character.
had a lot of substance. She had a lot of reasoning, and you know what? You can't hate Mai while loving Maki. It doesn't work that way.
It's true because
Yeah.
Mai feels about it the same way a lot of people do. Why the fuck should I do all? I don't want to do all
She's
of
a
this.
Montague and a
shit.
Capulet. She's Romeo and Juliet. She was forced into something. She doesn't want to be it, and she's trying to be better about herself. Like, you can't. No.
You can't really fault
mid
that.
B
It was
tier
kind of
at best.
understandable. Some of her hardships have fallen upon her because Maki's decided to be defiant and want to change things, which tends to happen. I guess if you're in like an abusive household and you do shit, your family may take stuff out on the other people.
Miss, please put my at least in B tier.
I did. I moved her up.
Good.
Don't worry.
Okay, fine.
So the issue with Maki is she's playing against like a stacked deck. In that, yeah,
Maki
you
is
can
S tier.
you
Yeah, for
can
sure.
you can have really good physical skills and stuff. You can be really good at using cursed tools. However, unless you're Toji and you have like a fucking sick ass heavenly restriction, you're not gonna beat people that can do the same shit you do by enhancing themselves with cursed energy
But
and then
she
also have
does.
magic powers.
She does.
Until the events of perfect preparation happen. So Maki, of course, gets torched by Jogo, but survives, outlives Naobito because she's just that good,
Just
um,
that good.
and gets a pretty badass new design. I wish she kept the glasses and the cape because I think the design's actually better with those. But I still dig the current look. Um, and
Did you like lose your
goes
ear or
to
something?
visit the Zenin clan to get some weapons to help with the culling game, and then her dad.
Yeah, and those weapons are from Juzo Kamiya, of course, the most important character ever.
Right, of course. The weapons that come from Kumaya Juzo, a guy who
Yeah.
is very important.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And Ogi's like, no, fuck off, and then tries to murder her and throws her and Mai into a pit full of curses to die, and is like, yeah, fuck you, bye. So then, due to the way souls work in the Jujutsu world, Mai gives up her life, uses both of their cursed energies in their entirety to create a cursed weapon that Maki can use to defend herself, and due to Mai's death, Maki's heavenly restriction is complete. So now she is pretty much Toji in terms of her power, and then is like, fuck. Well, I guess I'm gonna get my revenge now and massacre the entirety of the Zenin clan.
And
And
Now,
then she
then
did
the
it.
community fan base went, shit.
because they're like, no,
Toji
suddenly we
equals
don't like
Maki.
Jujutsu's fast pacing.
You love it.
Suddenly we don't like the fast pacing of this series that has a bunch of 10-chapter arcs. Anyway, uh, Maki's revenge, her victory, if you want to call it that, over the Zenin clan is pretty hollow because she's not really able to achieve the goals that she had wanted to achieve in the first place. The reason that she wanted to get stronger, why she wanted to take over the Zenin clan, was so that she could make a better life there for Mai. Now that Mai's dead, well, now it's just kind of meaningless slaughter. It's just
Yeah.
revenge. There's not
No,
really
it's.
any gain from it other than
And
cursing
this
that
is a
life.
callback to, the whole thing
I
with
argue
the
it.
ghetto,
Yeah.
right? Because, yeah, it's killing is pointless. There's no need to kill those people.
No, it ties back
There's
to it,
points
kind of.
killing those
However, the
people.
Zenin are still
Yeah.
actively harmful, so they probably still would.
What she's doing is what we just argued about as Never pointed out, the ghetto situation. It's like
Oh my god! We didn't even realize there was this consistent
Maki
stuff.
went
Good
through
job,
with it.
Yuge.
Unlike Gojo and Ghetto, Maki went through with it. She
And
said,
I'm curious,
fuck it.
I'm very curious to see how Maki is going to develop after this. Because it's like, oh, congratulations, Maki. You got really strong, you got your revenge against the Zenin, but you weren't able to save Mai and make a better life for her. So, what are you gonna do now?
Get off screens.
Make a
Yeah, like,
better
what are you
life
gonna
for
do?
the other Mais of the world.
Maybe. We'll see.
I
Certainly
believe
not.
that. I believe in Maki. Hashtag
We
believe
have
in
to
Maki.
we have to believe in Maki. We have to pray for good things for Maki. Now
Yeah, we
then,
have to.
W for
Mekamaru,
Maki.
kind of a neat guy.
Oh, I
Mekamaru is
love
a
this
pretty
guy.
solid side character. His dynamic's kind of interesting because his heavenly restriction is pretty much the opposite of Maki's, where instead of having no cursed energy in exchange for having a really strong physical body, he got a big cursed energy, big range in which he was able to use his curse technique, but his body was totally fucked. So fucked that his parents thought he was dead when he was born. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So he spent
But we
pretty much
don't
the
know how
entirety.
the heavenly restriction works yet.
It seems to almost be like a birth defect or something. We're not
Yeah,
entirely
that's
sure how it
Yeah,
that's
works.
what
we
it's
have no
like.
idea
It'll
because
work
the
in kind of the
parents
way
did
that
perform something over
I
the
th-
womb
I
and they were like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I
I
think
feel like these are things that we're going to be learning about more in
Yeah.
the future because there are various concepts that have kind of been mainstays within the power system, that there are details that have not been explained but are clearly things out there.
Yep.
Um,
I,
Binding
I
vows and
think
heavenly restrictions being the very big one. What are
Hmm.
these cosmic forces that
And the fact that Yuto
dictate
was willing to
vows?
make a binding vow to kill Yuji in chapter 137 tells us, wait a minute, you, if that's the case, how controlling is a binding vow?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
with heavenly
So
restrictions, I think
Mekamaru,
it's like a binding vow that's acted over the weird like
Yeah, I
cosmic
think.
entity or whatever that
yeah, it's
controls the
probably
jutsu over the
some
power.
kind of deific power. We're not really
Yeah.
sure what sort of cosmic force exists behind cursed energy, considering that both Yuki and Kenjaku's plots have stuff to do with cursed energy on a global level. I'm assuming we're going to be learning about that kind of towards the end game. Um, Mekamaru was someone who, because of his heavenly restrictions, spent pretty much his entire life in pain and isolation. Sure, some of you
Woo!
can relate to that over the last 2 years. Um, and had this deep, burning desire to just fucking talk to and be around other people for once. You know, himself, not through like some kind of medium. Um, and it was because of that, because of his desire to meet up with the other Kyoto students, especially Miwa, um, that he was willing to work with Kenjaku as kind of a mole in exchange for Mahito fixing up his body. Because, hey, listen, I may be fucking you guys over a little in the short term, but it's totally worth it if I get to hang out with you in person. I guarantee there were a lot of people over the last 2 years that felt the same way. And you know, that didn't work out for him. The
Yeah.
one fucking canon romance in the series, and Gege had to sink that ship.
That was
God
good
L
too.
damn you, Mahito.
L.
Yeah, it's an
Certified L.
L.
But for who? For us, the readers, or for, well, I guess
Not
it's
for
definitely one
y'all
for
I
the
mean,
Mekamaru.
Miwa
readers.
seems to be taking a pretty big L with all the repercussions of that.
Miwa almost exclusively takes L's. I'm waiting on the Miwa redemption arc.
Nah, she'll get depression.
Get that never.
Fuck.
Miwa depression arc, bro.
She will. I've been calling this for over a year
Uh,
now. She will get depression.
He's working
she
at McDonald's
she
now.
has depression. It's not a matter of getting it. She very clearly
Bro,
is
that
totally
shit.
depressed.
When she ran up on Kenjaku and almost got fucking nuked by
Obliterate.
Uzumaki,
It's like,
she didn't need to
Miwa,
do that.
child, you are way too low tier to be here right now. You need to go on like a fucking training arc or something.
The nerve that she
Wow.
thought she could do something with that. She was talking
Oh.
about the sword that her master created
Oh,
for
we're
her.
talking about Nobara?
No, we're talking about
No,
Miwa, how
Miwa.
she had this whole
Oh.
big moment where she tried to attack Kenjaku, had like a whole fucking monologue or whatever, and Kenjaku just like, nah, get
Yeah,
that
Broke the
shit out of
so
here.
sword.
still
Like
Nobara tier, but
Yeah. But you
Nah,
know, Miwa, we'll go over that briefly when we get to
yeah.
Miwa. But in the
no,
meantime, Megumi
we ain't
are.
gonna get there because I'm gonna end my stream. So yeah,
Bye bye, Griever stream.
yeah.
Bye,
Bye,
Griever.
Griever stream.
hello.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, subscribe as always. Thank you to everybody who showed up. It's a great fucking time with all of you. It's the first stream of 2022. We had all these wonderful people in the chat that you can see. I think it's over here somewhere. I don't know. I can't see the graphics, so I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for enjoying the stream and being a part of it and being here to witness it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys back here again next time for the next exciting episode of a Griever stream. See you back here next time. Bye-bye. Peace out. Drink responsibly. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. I don't know how to end the stream. Jesus Christ. How do you do you end these fucking things? Yeah.